This channel is not for children, neither is it for the weak of heart or mind. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Is a storm or an earthquake or a tsunami, for that matter, are they good? Are they bad? For instance, in 2004, December 26th, how many hundreds of thousands of people were killed in the tsunami that swept through the Indian Ocean? Was that good or bad? Most would say bad, but it was nature. And I thought, according to you white magic hippies, I thought nature's good. I thought all that comes from nature is good. I thought kale and kumquats and soybeans and that's good, isn't it? So what happened on that day, or the wildfires that sweep through Northern California? I've experienced that myself. I lost my home to one of those wildfires. That was good because that was a part of nature. Massive earthquakes. We'll have one here in California, probably any day now. It's inevitable. It's 2020. Who knows what'll happen this fucking year? I guess that's good. Do you get my point? Do you see what I'm getting at here? Just because something is natural doesn't make it good. It doesn't make it bad either. It just is. And when you talk about the, let's call it the M word, that word magic, which I tend not to use all that much because people don't get it. I prefer the eternal natural law. It is just power. It is the equivalent to Nietzsche's will to power. It isn't good. It isn't bad. It just is. So when I'm on YouTube and I come across these painful videos on white magic, I wonder, how can you really be that naive? Now, you think when you participate within the eternal natural law, you think by casting spells, let's say, you're doing it for the benefit of others. You're doing it for benevolent reasons. You're doing it for good, for healing. You hear that shit a lot, healing. But if you think about it, why are you doing it? Your argument, of course, to help others. But really, you're doing it because it feels good, right? And if it didn't feel good, you wouldn't do it. An example, how many psychopaths help others? Now, they may help others if it'll financially, let's say, benefit them or fulfill some lustful urge. But otherwise, they won't help others because helping others doesn't feel good to them. They don't feel, right? Everything you do is done for selfish reasons. And one of these definitions you hear of black magic is selfish magic. Well, I've just proven that everything you do is for selfish reasons. People have a hard time with this for some strange reason. They want to believe so badly that a thing called altruism actually exists, but it doesn't. See, this is a big part of what I like about our philosophy, the left-hand path philosophy, is that we deal in reality. We're willing to face the ugliness, face, as I've said before many times, the shadow within ourselves. Admit to ourselves we are highly imperfect, that we are corrupt, that we have a very ugly side of who we are, but we're able to utilize that side toward our benefit. We're not going to pretend like it doesn't exist, because it does. Now, the biggest part of this white magic, black magic divide that, let's say, the practitioner, the modern neo-pagan, modern magician is not grasping, is the basic fact that this duality, this good-bad duality, does not come from, let's say, ancient magical practices or the eternal natural law, ancient philosophies, but actually comes from Judeo-Christian traditions, and they can't see it. They are rebelling. In a sense, many of them are simply rebelling against Christianity, but that philosophy still has its talons in them, and they can't get over that. Now, this practice, this way of, well, let's call it this spiritual practice, this path we are on, its roots go back millennia. And as I brought up before, the past was not pretty. There was never, ever a group of, let's say, tree-hugging druids, because they would get slaughtered. And if they were slaughtered, their traditions, their practices, their philosophy would not survive. Thus, this notion, this vague idea of white magic is a modern phenomenon. And in truth, as I've made evident, doesn't really exist. I'm going to say flat out, it doesn't exist. All there is, in a sense, power. All there is nature. And nature is neither good nor bad. Nature just is.